Alright, so let me show you how I make my responsive text box inside of After Effects, which can be used both in projects in After Effects, but also exported out as a motion graphics template and be used in Premiere, for example. So let's just start with creating a composition. Let's do a square composition. Let's do 5 seconds long. And here we are, a composition. So we start with simply adding our text. So this is my text. I make sure the anchor point is centered. Oops. Like this. And I make sure the text itself is centered in the comp. And then next, I'll add a path. Give it some, give it 100, some nice round number. I make sure it's centered, the anchor point is centered, and that the layer itself is centered in the comp. And then I'll drag it below the text. So there we have a stroke under our text, but obviously the stroke doesn't respond to the text being changed. First, let's just style this one up a bit. Let's give it a round cap. So to sort this out, the fact that it doesn't respond, we have to, there's many ways you can do it, basically. But the way I like to do it is that I choose the path, then I'll go up to Window and create nulls from path. Click that, and here I can choose whether I want to have the nulls I create follow the points. That means the points in the path, or if I want these points to follow the nulls I create. And that's what I want. I want points follow nulls. So select that, and that gives us 2 new nulls right here. So this one here, I'll call it left. It's the null that controls the left side of the path. And this one here controls the right side of the path. For that right. But still, this hasn't helped us with making this responsive. To fix that, we have to make sure that these 2 nulls that control the path are linked to the properties of the text. So first, we select everything apart from the text and we parent it to the text layer. And then I'll open up the property or the position property of these nulls, and I'll add some expressions that refer back to this text. So I alt click, and then I get into the expression part of the position, and I'll add an expression where I first refer to the text. So I'll call that L for some reason. L equals, and then I'll pick whip to the text, full stop, sourceRectAtTime. I can just pick from here and don't have to write it myself. Semicolon. And then I want the left null to be linked to the left side of the text. So, and that's on the x-axis. So then I'll go x equals L, which is the text layer, left. So it should be linked to the left side of the text here. Semicolon. And the y I want to be linked to the vertical center of the text. So to do that, I do y equals L again, .top plus the height, l.height, divided by 2, so half of the height. Semicolon again, and to close that off, I'll do square brackets x, y. So now, if I change the text, that should also change the position of the left side of the stroke. So respond, yes. Repose. You can see that works. So let's sort out the right side as well. I can just copy this expression and do some minor changes. So I'll paste it in here. Let's drag this one up so you can see more. So now I don't want it obviously to be linked to the left side of the text, I want it to be linked to the right side. So to do that, I just do the left plus the width, so plus l.width, and the vertical should be the same, also vertical is center. So y stays the same. So I click out, and there we go. Text box is following my text. So basically, if you're happy with this, and this is all you need, then what you can do is just locate the essential graphics panel. If you don't have it open, you can find it down here. You just select your composition, which I call comp1. It's called a text box to make it a bit easier to find. Text box, like this. I'll call it responsive text box. And I'll drag in the properties I need to edit. And in this case, the only thing we'd like to edit, if we want to go very simple, it's the source text. So I drag it in, call this text. So how that looks is if I make a new composition for testing this, that's 10 seconds long. If I drag in the text box, this is what you see. And here you can then just open up the essential properties panel, and you can edit your text. My new text. Like that. So this works inside of After Effects, but also you can export it as a motion graphics template and use it in Premiere. Very handy.